Hello guys, well it's Monday. I've been down to see Dave Shaw and he's given us a few tadpoles.
If you look under.
So he's given some tadpoles, a little bit of weed and a couple of ramhorn snails which I haven't got in my pond, and some of this lily. So I'm going to go and get this in. I'm just deciding where to put it. I think I'll put the lily over there. There's a little bit of a root which I'm going to put in the ground, so I have some growing out the ground as well as in the pond. And get some frogs, get some toads, what do you call them, man? Tadpoles, cheers Jake. Some tadpoles in there. Get some of this cleared up because it's quite murky. So I'll pass this to Jake and he can sort this cameraman out. The camera bit. There's a couple of little snails in here, as you can see. They can go in. But this has probably got eggs all over it. Hopefully gold crested newt eggs, because Dave says they could be there. Hoddy hog. I'll just pump this in here. Around there somewhere.
Them chickens are wanting you.
I can feel them staring at my backside. Right.
Is it in?
There's bullets. I'll tell you. There. Just a little one, just so we get it down on the other side. And that will grow itself straight. And in here is a bit of root. So I'm going to get that clean off. Get everything off it, it's just a clean bare root.
There's a few tadpoles in there as well.
Actually there's a couple of eggs on there, so I'll put them there for the time being. Let's go on it. Give it time for the stuff to get off. Have a look in here. There's a couple of snails. A little bit of tadpole. So we'll get this in. That root. There's some leeches in the bottom. They're going to be interesting to get off. I'll let Jake get them.
No, I'm not touching them, like.
There we are. That's it there.
Is that them all out?
Nearly. That's it.
I think this is the big one.
Then in here there's
Something.
yeah, there's the reed. I'll get that in there. There's all sorts of snails. There's the ram. That's your regular snail there. And that's your ram horn snail, so it's the shape of a ram's horn. Oh, Dave, you alright? I'll get these in.
I can feel a wasp going round us. I don't like this.
There's a fair old few tadpoles in
There's
there.
not many in there. Not many at all.
We'll get some of these in. Here's a bigger ram's horn just went
I was
in.
going to say that was quite big.
Some suction to them snails, eh?
What are you doing?
Cleaned out. And just double check this one is.
Nothing left in there
There's a
then.
whistle. This I need to. There we go. So tomorrow me and Jake are going to move this shed.
What?
I've just given Jake a bit of notice about that.
I didn't know this.
Because we need more sun. See how that's blocking the sun?
Yeah.
So that's going on there.
I don't even think you can see it on the
I'm
camera.
cut that for now and I'll come back with it. Need to dry my hands. So there we go. That's the tadpoles in and a few little bits and bobs. I'm going to get some more iris and that'll be growing along my back. Just to get it looking a bit nice and a bit more natural. Tadpoles are in but they've vanished to the bottom. Will soon come back up.
I was going to see when the light is here, like the normal.
Yeah. They've just been on a car journey. Eh? So yeah, that's champion. So thanks again to Dave Shaw for that. He's going to help us out with a few more flowers for around here because he's got everything. Is it what?
Is that log's supposed to be in?
Yeah, that log's for the newts to grow, to be able to walk out, because once they finish breeding they just get out and let the eggs do the thing. But that's a lot more life in here now, which I'm over the moon with because I've just put loads in, I can't see any. So I might already have loads in, but there's now more. Well, that's
There's a snail here.
oh, they're alright. They'll come out in time. So, champion. It's the pond. Well, it is done. Sorry I couldn't record. This dry day turned out to be an absolute deluge. As you can see, the ground's just thick of mud and clots. But we're done. Get the door and bolt on. So, let's get inside. When I say this has been a nightmare, that's an understatement. You can see it's booing in there. The plastics, it wasn't the greatest to work with, but like I said, it's pretty drum tight there in the middle and on the joints. I am absolutely worn out. It's like 5:15. Gotta go to the gym now, but I'm glad this is done. It's another job ticked off. Sorry, I'm spinning this like really fast. I'm absolutely worn out. So next thing to do is to let it dry out and fill up these beds. But we have a polytunnel. I forgot when I done the last one, I said I'd never do another one. I should have took that advice. This is the last polytunnel I ever cover. Bye bye. But a dragonfly. We'll be not close to a magpie. Hello guys. Well, I've made a video for quite a while. Sorry. People have been asking how I am, so I thought I'd just give you a quick unedited update. Just pretty much just been busy with work, coursework, life, and obviously you come up here and you just weed. So I'll show you where I'm up now. I'll show you how bad the allotment is. 2 seconds. So, as you can see, there's a bit of condensation on the lens. We'll have to give that. We'll go outside to get rid of this condensation. It's a bit hazy. Me wildflowers are just weeds. Broccoli, that's doing alright. Some lettuce, I need to pick the lettuce. And me beetroot. The drought has just totally taken its toll on me blueberries. So I've put them there to try and get some moisture up from the ground. Got a couple of nasturtiums in here and marigolds. We're going to get a couple of, something else in here. I've still got all my squash to put out today. A lovely little spree of sweet peas. These are cabbages. So they look a bit like kale to me, but apparently they are cabbages. All me radishes have gone to seed, so I'll pull them. French beans. There's loads in there. These are all supporting each other in this caged area. Potatoes. A couple of lettuce in there. Spinach which needs pulled. Look at my strawberry bed, it's just all weeds. Just weeds. Sweet corn needs weeded. This one I've got my curly kale. As you can see, the kale's looking lovely. The tortoise is going to be over the moon with that this year. Cabbages, I haven't got any netting to cover them, so we're at the mercy of the pigeons. But yeah, beds, weeds. What happened is last year it went to seed, and all the seeds have just fell down, and chickens have scrattered and buried them into the ground. So as soon as you dig them up, more come through. So need to weed around my onions. In here is onions. They wouldn't believe it, but there is. So I need to get on and weed them. The garlic is pretty much ready to come up. It's still a little green, but there's some browning off and falling over. There's the scapes on them. They're starting to brown off. Carrots, and smashing in between, once again. Weeds. Just a case of pulling them out. Like so. But there's carrots in all of these, as you can see down there. Take them off, because I can't get any rainwater into them. Now I don't know if last time I was on I told you that I'd covered this, so now if I didn't tell you, we'll have covered this, but I'll go in there in a minute. Pond is looking great. The dog jumped in and totally racked it up, but there's lots of little wrigglies in there. I don't know what they are, I can see them wriggling, but I got some frog spawn off Dave Shaw, or toad spawn. We don't quite know which one is which, but it's clearing up lovely, the pond. It's my favourite part of the allotment, to be fair. And these, my reeds are coming along, mare's tail stuff. So it's alright, it's looking lovely. Would have looked even better if the dog didn't dive in it the other day, but it is what it is. But yeah, big thanks to Dave. He's given us some these little beetles, what they're called, water bombers or something, I can't remember the name. He's given us all sorts. I've had a couple of dragonflies flying around, which I'm over the moon with because I like dragonflies. Frogs, newts. Spot on, over the moon with it. Chickens are still alive. We've got 2 around the house. I might pop them on the end of this video and show you what we've got. I think one's a cockerel. I hope it's not, because we're not allowed cockerels here. But you call it YOLO and BOLO because one's yellow, one's black. There's another smashed egg. I don't know why that happens. Fresh sawdust in there, as you can see. Just been giving them a clean out. They hide between this one and this hut here. They just jump between the two. Don't yous? Don't yous, you little buggers? So, as much as it looks like we've done now, we have weeded, but the weeds have just come back. I've been away for a couple of weeks, just been coming up and sorting the chickens. And when I come up, everything you've done, sorry about that, everything you do is just back to how it was when you started. So the paths are overgrown, everything's just overgrown, so it's just a case of weeding away bed by bed. As you can see, I've done them top two, started on this one. I'm going to try and get these two done today. Just going to cut the tops off all of them so they don't go to seed again. So as for next door, is Jake's allotment. I wish Jake would come to the allotment because he has me doing everything. So I chopped down, there was like a load of thistles, so we've chopped down the thistles, but it's just a blanket of green. Yeah, polytunnel's covered, which is great. Chickens are in here. Hello girls. Oh, not feeling left out, are you? Sorry. What are you grumbling for? So, yeah, so it's a lovely growing space in here. Needs weeded a bit, like, and some more soil, and there's just not enough soil to grow anything, so I'll not be growing anything in it this year. I was going to get a couple of grow bags and put tomatoes in, but I'm just not. I haven't had the chance to. Right, sorry girls, I'll leave you in peace. And chickens have been roosting in here during the night, so when it gets too hot I think they like this one because it's nice and open and airy. But yeah, that's the outside. And the thing is, just don't let it get on top of you. It looks like this is just a carpet of green, but just let it die back. Winter will come and get it dug over. Get more chickens. Like I say, we've got 2 in the house and another 4 being incubated. The chickens will sharp make work of that. We're stuck in the fence. There we are. I've got my rhubarbs looking smashing. This I still haven't taken off yet. It's on the to-do list. Just when I can get it cut off, and then I want to get some netting on. So that is pretty much the outside of the weedy wonderland. Now let's go inside of the weedy wonderland. So, tomatoes, I've got a mixture of cherries and money makers. What I'm doing is I'm splitting up here into 2. I've got to take that off, like so. I'll cut that off in a minute because it's a thick one. So I'm letting them split into 2 because I'm not having really high plants, and then you get this similar yield to you would if you had one long one. But these runners, they just appear in a couple of days. So these are my chilies, really healthy, really good stems on them. So little nasturtium I saved. These are my squash. I'm going to put them in a couple of beds. These were apparently lavender, but they didn't look like lavender to me. Lavender didn't get a yellow flower heat on the top, so I've been so dodgy seeds. These are just old tomatoes, old onions, celeriac, which I need to pot on. There's my spare tomatoes in there. Cucumbers in the back. There's 2 of them over there. Spare celery. These are romped away. These oh, smell lovely, lemon scented. This is the blueberry tree bush I got off Dave's show. It's looking magnificent, that. Really over the moon with that. First class plant. First class plant. So yeah, that's I'm over the moon. Thanks again, Dave, for that. Good job you left it with me to create this beautiful habitat for it. Not hide in the compost heap like yours. Basil. Oh, smells lovely, basil. So yes, I've got some cabbages in there which I need to plant on. There's just so much needs planted on. So there's a mixture here of money makers, red cherries and orange cherries. And there's my sunflowers there, which I want to try and get out today as well. So I need to get on. So I'm not going to bore you with recording of me doing it. I'll spin this round. It is red hot in here. Actually, where's the thermometer? We'll do the. You know what? I forgot to plant me courgettes. I forgot to sow them. You reckon I'll have time to grow some courgettes? Now in June. Might do. I might throw some in. Well, I can't find me thermometer. It's vanished. I think Jake's nicked it for the chickens. So that's the end of that. But yeah, it's my middle name. Electrics, as you can see, are still unchanged because I ran out of money. So they go down to that battery. I've still got the other batteries in there. I need to get some crossovers. This is a bomb site because I emptied the other shed to move it, but the lad I got up to help was too weak to lift it. Needs to get in the gym a bit more, so we'll have to just leave that for the time being. So I'm going to strip it down, take it bit by bit, move it and recover it. I've just noticed something, a new freebie that I got. It wasn't a bin find, it was someone was giving it away. So I wander down through the glorious vegetation. So here I've got 2 compost bins, but they break down into bits, squares, so I've got them to put up when I get the chance. Compost heap, I've just been hiding all the dead stuff on, the weeds. And our people say, you can get weed seeds in your compost. Well, if I do, I do. I don't care. So, that is it from me. I'm going to try and tag the chickens on now. And I'll give you a better update in a couple of weeks' time once I've got some time off. Because it's just manic at work. I'm not going to name what's causing it, but you'll have a good idea. So from me in the plot, see you later. So, as I said, I've got a couple of chicks. YOLO on the right and BOLO on the left. YOLO for yellow, BOLO for black. Isn't that right? And they're very good at pecking things, aren't you? So these are 2. Well, we meant to get another 4, but apparently the cockerel's eating one of the eggs. So we've got 3 more in the incubator. These are in Jake's bedroom, along with the tortoise, who's not out. They're at the stage now where they're jumping from this to this, so they'll be escaping soon, so Jake needs to make a bigger cage. Alright girls, hopefully it's a girl. Alright, don't you dare pet this camera. So yeah, that's the 2 newest additions. What we've got them in is got them under a heat tray. There's the water and there's the food. You don't need the red lamp if you've got a heat. They're perfectly fine. And they're quite friendly enough, aren't you? Oh, I'm just going to lean in. Come here. They're friendly enough. Alright, jump off them. We can handle them and stroke them and all that. We're making them quite... You can jump into the corner like that as well. We're handling them quite a lot, so they get used to it, so they don't become like freaky out. Come here. Come here, YOLO. Oh, you're on camera. Ugh, didn't act like idiots. So yes, that's the new chickies. So there'll be more coming soon. Bye bye.